You are tuned into a special player spotlight interview on the CS Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the CS Podcast presented by the NUC NFL Draft Bible, bringing you the names that you need to know first since 2002. Visit NFLDraftBible.com. I'm your guys' host, Chris Shanafel, and joining the show now for a player spotlight interview is 2016 NFL Draft prospect, cornerback out of Division II's Millersville University. He's Joey Pham. Thanks for taking some time today, Joey. Can you believe that your time at Millersville has already come to an end, and now you'll be looking for a shot to play professional football?
Man, it went by faster than high school. When I first got to college, everyone told me take advantage of college, especially playing college football and how fast it will go. And before I know it, I just finished my senior year, and now I'm on to the next level.
And I know that you're from Pennsylvania, Joey. Talk about making the decision, coming out of high school to attend Millersville. I mean, were there any other schools interested in you, and why did you feel that Millersville was the best fit for you?
Coming out of high school, I had mainly few D1AAs. They never offered, though. Things like Wagner and Delaware, they never offered. Mostly D2. I was a little underweight coming out of high school, but I had schools such as Westchester, Bloomsburg, Kutztown, basically PSAC East. A lot of schools in the PSAC East recruited me. And I felt like Millersville, I had the best opportunity to play right away. That was something I really wanted to accomplish, play as a true freshman. And it was a great school for academics. They said like 75% of Millersville grads get jobs out of college.
All right. Well, yeah, certainly sounds like a good deal to me. And, as you said, you went to Millersville because you did want to see the field right away, and that's exactly what you were able to do as a true freshman. You played in 8 games, but it was as a sophomore in 2013, Joey, you won a starting cornerback spot on that defense. What was your reaction finding out that you would be a starting cornerback your sophomore year? And tell us about that very first interception you recorded, if you can. I know it was quite a while ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back. My sophomore year was 2013. I remember after the spring of my freshman year, I knew I had to put on weight. I was probably like 160 after my freshman year. I knew I had to put on weight and get a lot stronger because I had, I've always been athletic, had the speed, ball skills, and that's why I really focused on that summer. And I came into camp weighing about like 175, and I thought that was pretty good for me, good weight, good size. And I was competing in camp, making plays. And the defensive back coach at the time was Aubrey Kelly. He's now at Edinburgh. He really believed in my skills. He's the one who actually recruited me. And, he trusted me, and the team trusted me to take over that cornerback position. And my first interception was against Bloomsburg, actually. I remember real well. I know I was watching a lot of film on them. I know my job was to guard whoever number 1 was. I'm not sure his name, but I'm pretty much followed number 1 man to man. And he ran a corner route, a sprint out. The quarterback sprint out. He ran a corner route, and I know that's what Bloomsburg likes to do. And I kind of just cut it off, and I intercepted it. And I actually should have took it to the house, but I didn't see. There was someone who ran in the flats, and I didn't see him. And I just kind of tried to take it up the sideline. He kind of just smacked me right away.
Well, I got to think it felt good to, not only pick off a team that you see pretty much every year in Bloomsburg, a fellow PSAC team, but a team that also was, high on you and recruiting you coming out of high school. Now, talk about your junior year, Joey. It looks like that was really the season when opposing teams began to take notice as you really solidified yourself as one of the top cornerbacks in the PSAC. You were named the PSAC Defensive Player of the Week after your performance performance against Cheney, in which you broke up 8 passes and was 1 away from the NCAA Division II record. And you finished that junior season with 46 tackles, 13 pass breakups, and an interception. What allowed you to burst onto the scene the way you did that junior year to become one of the best defensive backs in the PSAC?
That sophomore off season, we got a new defensive coordinator, Ralph Clark, and he was also my defensive back coach my junior year. And he really, I'm going to say my freshman and sophomore year, I was still raw talent, not really well fine tuned. And I give a lot of my credit to Ralph Clark. He really molded me into the corner I am today. He taught me things I never really looked for. He helped my technique and just things like that. I know he believed in me too. And that's like my junior year is when my career really took off. Like teams started to maybe they shouldn't throw this to this side of the field.
Well, I got to think it's hard to follow that up, but what were your individual expectations for this past season, your senior year, your last as a collegiate athlete? I got to think you wanted to, go out with a bang.
I did. Personally, my personal goals was I wanted to get all league, all region, and all American. I feel like I'm one of the best corners in Division II. I feel like, and my numbers speak for themselves, I feel like. And but most importantly is, I wanted to win so bad. I stayed up school all summer, worked out, put together captain's practices, 7-on-7s, lifting, running, and conditioning. And our head coach, Greg Breitbach, he did a fantastic job of hiring the company Powertrain. I don't know if you ever heard of them. It's a strength and conditioning company run by Steve Saunders. And, he hired them. They were with us all summer getting us in shape. And going in my senior year, I was in the best shape of my life. And that's really all I wanted to do is, besides my personal goal, is just win, to try to turn this program around.
Well, yeah, and I even heard it in your voice when you said it. You wanted to win so bad, and I know that you guys at Millersville didn't have the greatest team success. Your 4 years there, I know you guys had 2 seasons finishing 1-10, and 2 more seasons finishing 2-9. How were you able to keep a positive mindset and still perform as one of the best Division II defensive backs, even when your team isn't stacking up the wins? I mean, is it hard at all?
It was definitely hard at times, but that's just a little adversity, My head coach, Greg Breitbach, it's like he always says it's like 10% of what happens to you, 9% how you react, or it could be the other way around. I forget. But, I really did use that, and, he always said go through the problem, not around it. And, I'm all about loyalty, so I'm going to be loyal to the program and do the best job I can do to help these young guys and turn around. Because I know they can turn around. They got the talent in that locker room. We've been playing with teams ranked in the country. Going in halftime, we're winning, if not tied. And it's there. I can see it, and I just want to leave. I wanted to leave that legacy that Joey Pham and his class. The 2015, 2016 senior class really helped change the culture here.
And what did it mean to you to finish this past season? Obviously, you would have liked to finish the season with much more than 2 victories. You would have wanted to win conference and all that. But what did it mean to you to win these final 2 games of your collegiate career? You guys finished the season 2-9. You guys go into Cheney. You guys beat them, and then you guys finish off Edinboro 31-21. I mean, what did it mean to you to finish your collegiate career with those 2 victories?
Oh man, it definitely meant a lot to me. That's how I would want to, if I was a younger guy, put my seniors out, with 2 wins at home. There's not a better feeling than winning at home, man. I didn't really get to experience that a lot, but I hope those 2 last wins really put a hunger in those underclassmen, like gave them a little fire going into the off season. That's a good way to start an off season right there. 2 wins.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And, looking again at what you were able to do this past season individually, Joey, it really was another fantastic campaign for you, man. I think you certainly helped your stock. I mean, whenever your best year is your senior year, I mean, that's always a good thing. And like I said, I got to think it was pretty hard to follow up your junior year, but that's exactly what you did. I mean, this past season you tallied up 40 tackles, 17 pass deflections, 4 interceptions, and a touchdown. Those numbers are definitely eye-opening, and the film is just as eye-opening as well. I mean, individually, are you satisfied with how you performed this past season?
I'm satisfied, but I'm not going to settle for what I did. I know I could have did a lot better. We actually got a new cornerback coach my senior year, Pat Brown, and I had a lot of cornerback coaches over my years at Millersville, and that's a lot of knowledge. So I give my credit to my coaches a lot, molding me into a player who I am today. And I knew I could make the plays. They knew I could make the plays. It's just, I felt like I could have made the plays that no one expects people to make. Everyone knows I can, break up passes, intercept passes, and I feel like I can do things like that coaches don't expect you to do.
And you know what, Joey? Being at Millersville University, you're in the PSAC. The PSAC is a stacked conference, one of the best in all of Division II. If you were to ask me, if I were to ask you who the best or most impressive player that you've had to go up against, does anybody specific stand out?
This past year, that duo from East Stroudsburg, John Schnars and Matt Schultz. Mm-hmm. Those 2 guys. They were probably the best 2 players I've gone against in my whole career here at Millersville.
Yeah, no, and not bad choices right there either. Certainly had a lot of success in the passing game. East Stroudsburg did with Matt Schultz and wide receiver John Schnars. Again, he's the 2016 NFL draft prospect. Joey Pham, defensive back out of Millersville University, joining me here on the CS podcast, presented by the NUC NFL Draft Bible, bringing you the names that you need to know first since 2002. Visit NFLDraftBible.com. And Joey, I know that you recently participated in the National Bowl down in Miami, Florida, a college football all-star game. Can you tell us what that experience was like to play with and play against some of the top small school talent in the country?
Oh, man, it was a great experience, especially being down in Miami. I'm not going to lie, going into it, I was kind of nervous. It's like going into, a new setting, players you don't know. It's like going into your freshman year all over again. But at the end of the day, I trust my abilities. I have a lot of confidence in myself, and I just knew that first day of practice, I had played like a game. That's how I won out, and that's how the coaches determined who was going to play a lot and who wasn't, and I ended up pretty much playing the whole entire game.
Nice. Well, I guess I'll ask you a pretty similar question to what I just asked you a minute ago, and that was, who do you feel was the best player that you've seen down there? I'm sure you probably may not know their names or anything like that, but any helmet logo or anything like that, do you remember? Did anybody impress you down there in Miami at the National Bowl?
Yeah, I believe he was I know I was on the blue national team. He was on the American team. He had a white uniform. I'm pretty sure he was number 4. He won the offensive MVP. I think his name was Andy Jones. He really stood out to me. He really knew how to, go up and get the ball. And before I did, I'm not really used to that. He knew my movements. And, I definitely had to be focused and disciplined playing against him. Me and him had a pretty good battle throughout the game.
Nice, yeah. I mean, some pretty good talent there in the National and the FCS Bowl down there in Miami, Florida, which was just played not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. And I believe I've seen your name floating around with the Dream Bowl. I mean, do you have any other All-Star opportunities? I mean, will you be participating in the Dream Bowl as well?
As of right now, yes, I'll be participating in the Dream Bowl. There's a lot of talent going to the Dream Bowl. I see the player from South Carolina going there, like the Gamecocks. A lot of big D1 transfers that transfer down to D1 AA or D2 going there. I know I've seen an Oregon transfer, a couple Rutgers guys, so good talent's going to be down there. And with a combine before the game, so I really did like that, and I like the field like the Dream Bowl community gave me. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead playing that, and I got invited to actually two more All-Star games, but I won't be participating in those.
Okay, well, hey, I mean, that certainly has to feel good that you are certainly wanted in those All-Star games, and I think your talent and, of course, the stats certainly back all that up, that you are worthy of being in these All-Star games. Again, he is the cornerback out of Millersville University, Joey Pham, joining me here on the CS podcast presented by the NUC NFL Draft Bible as he gets set for the 2016 NFL Draft. And switching gears here for a moment, Joey, just a few more questions, and then I'll let you go. Seeing as your season has been over for, I think, just over a month now. What have you been doing since your last collegiate game? Obviously, you have had the National Bowl since then, but and what do you plan on doing from here on out until the NFL Draft comes around?
Yeah, well, after the season ended, I took like a week and a half off, let my body recover, and I still wasn't at 100%. I had some injuries throughout the season that I played through. And then it almost felt like a week went by. Then I had to go down to Miami for the National Bowl. And when I got back from the National Bowl, I took a week off because I had to go back to school, take finals. And I just got back last Friday, and I started working again this past weekend. So Saturday and Sunday was my first 2 days back. I'm still pretty sore. My trainer pushes me, pretty hard, and I feel like that's where I'm going to work out for the. That's where I'm going to work out for the Dream Bowl.
Okay.
And prepare for the combine before the Dream Bowl. But running wise, 40 and all that, I'm going to be working with Tone Fulton. He's a like one of the most notorious speed coaches in the Philadelphia area. He trains Jason Avant, Rasheed Bailey, who got cut by the Eagles, and now he's on the Jaguars. Mm-hmm. So he trains a lot of NFL guys, speed. And I'll be working with him for the 40. And then after all that, I'll probably be going to the regional combine in Baltimore. Those are my plans right now.
Okay, sounds good. Definitely gave us a solid layout as to what you'll be doing over the next few months. Now, whether it is the Dream Bowl combine, the regional combine, or wherever you have your pro day at, I mean, tell us what kind of numbers you'd like to put up for your pro day, those combines. I mean, is there any numbers that you have in mind that you would like to hit?
Yeah, definitely. For vertical, I would like to go. I like to go 38 plus, 38 inches in that. And for the broad jump, I like to go 10 feet plus because, I was an all-state triple jumper coming out of high school. I had the opportunity to go do that collegiately, D1 level, but, really wasn't my passion. 40-wise.
And this is the moneymaker, man, for defensive backs, wide receivers. The 40 time is always what's being looked at.
Yeah. I've always been, that fast kid. Everyone always everyone wanted to race me, growing up. And I feel like my 40 time is going to be is what catches people's eyes. I feel like I believe I can run a low 4.5, high 4.4 hand time. I've been doing that. I've been running those since I was in high school, and those are the numbers I put up in high school hand time. So I'm older now, like stronger, bigger, faster. So who knows what I'm gonna run.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the numbers that you put up at these combines, at your pro day. Speaking of pro day, I mean, do you have any idea where you might be participating at any pro days at?
That right now is, it's questionable. I really haven't thought about it. I would like to go into a bigger school, to do my pro day, but those don't always work out because the bigger schools may have a prospect the same position as me, and they don't like that too much. But what I love is if I could have my pro day, at Millersville, that'd be great. Having my teammates out there watching me, get some scouts out there and watching me run, jump, bench. I feel like I could put up like 17 reps of 225 too. I did 15 in the summer, so.
Nice. Well, yeah, again, we'll certainly be on the lookout for that and, any information that comes up until then. And, again, just a couple more questions for you, Joey. I really do appreciate your time. Now, I do see that the Millersville Athletic website has you listed at 6 foot, 190 pounds. I mean, is that accurate?
Well, I came in to camp at 190, but, throughout the season, lose weight because you're not able to lift heavy and all that. You just try to maintain as best you can. I'm down weight right now. I'm about 180, but I just started lifting again, try to eat like 4 meals a day. And height-wise, I know I got a physical last year, and the doctor told me I was like 72 point something inches. When I went down to the National Bowl, they told me I was like 5'11 and 3/4, so I'm not really too sure. I'm like in between those two heights probably.
Yeah, I mean, right there, right? I mean, you might as well be 6 foot, but of course, for the pro days and combines, they're going to get you, by the inch and by the centimeter, really. Final question for you, Joey. If an NFL general manager was listening to this very interview, why should they want the cornerback Joey Pham out of Millersville University a part of their team?
Well, first off, they can always, you can ask. They don't even have to talk to me. They can talk to anyone who's been around me, any coach I had, down to, Little League. And I'm sure they would all say great things about me, not like, besides like on the field, because they could just watch some film for that. But, off the field, I've never been in any trouble. I always wish the best for my teammates. I love when my teammates have success. I'll be great in the locker room. I'll be a great asset to the community. And on the field, that's up to them. They can just watch film for that. So.
I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, again, I mean, not only do the numbers stand out, but the film does as well. And, Joey, like I said, that's all I have for you, man. I really do appreciate you taking some time this afternoon. And, again, congratulations on not only wrapping up a very successful collegiate career at Millersville University, but congratulations on, of course, balling out at the National Bowl as well. And, again, I'm certainly wishing you all the best, and hopefully we can keep in touch, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.